Hey guys, it's Jen, back with some more Let's Play Professor Layton Blind. Last time... What did we do last time? Where are we even? I have no... Oh hey, we're at the casino, okay. Well, that's where we're going, so that works. Wow, now that's a casino. I think it's safe to say we found the Gilded Seven. I can't wait to see what it looks like up close. Good evening, sir. Can I please see your membership card? What membership card? The Gilded Seven is a haven for society's finest ladies and gentlemen to gather, and the Mafia, apparently. We check membership cards upon entrance to ensure that less savory types are kept out. This is certainly the first I've heard of that policy. I don't suppose you'd be willing to make an exception for us. Your hat shows you to be a man of impeccable character. Now we just need to test your intellect. But everyone else is scared of my hat. Why the... What? This fellow seems awfully focused on your hat as well. Yes, but everyone else's focus on your hat was... Oh dear lord, he has the hat, let's get out of here. And this guy's like, oh wow, you must be smart. Well, this is an interesting picture. Photograph of two gentlemen playing a game of cards. Everyone who sees this photograph points to the same thing and says, somebody has no idea what he's doing. Let's... Can I like zoom in on something? What are they even playing? I wanna say that's his hand or that hand because of the difference in the amount of cards. Let's go with this one first. Why did I do that like that? I'm an idiot. Okay, here we go.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Yeah, okay. What game were they playing?
Well, that's settled.
Oh, well, there's that too. That's not the reason that I was guessing, but okay. Expertly solved, sir. You certainly earned the right to enjoy our exclusive facilities. Welcome to the Gilded Seven. I'm pretty sure that's a completely different voice I gave before. Just look at these fountains and the floors. This place must have cost a fortune to build. I know you're excited, Luke, but do try to keep your voice down. Sorry, Professor. This place is just so impressive. I understand the feeling. It's also quite large. Finding your future self here might prove to be a challenge.
So, you're...
He's the future me?
It's good to finally meet you, Professor. Or rather, I suppose I should say it's nice to see you again. It's me, Luke Triton.
Hello,
It looks like him.
Luke.
Oh, I just interrupted the professor. Oh well.
Hi, Professor. Oh, you're talking to him.
Way to go, Luke.
This is going to take some getting used to.
I can't believe how small I used to be.
I'm not that small.
So tell me, why exactly did you go through such pains to bring us here?
I'll be happy to tell you in just a moment. But before that, I'd just like to verify that I'm dealing with the real Professor Layton here.
By giving me a puzzle.
Who else would I be?
Allow me to explain. In my London, it's rare to find someone who doesn't know the name Herschel Layton. In fact, many imposters have come forth recently claiming to be him.
Are you saying you think the Professor is a fraud?
Professor, if you think back on our adventures together, you may recall a man named Don Paolo.
No,
As you
I
know,
don't.
he was a master of disguise. How do I know the man before me now isn't Don Paolo in another of his costumes?
Now that's just rubbish, and you know it.
Is it now? He's tricked us before. Who's to say he couldn't do it again?
Very well, I'll play along. How do you propose I prove my identity?
Take a wild guess, Layton.
It's quite simple, really. Professor, I challenge you to a battle of wits.
What exactly do you have in mind? As a cautious man, I'm sure you have questions about my identity as well. So that we may something about intellects. I prepared a puzzle that can only be solved by someone as insightful as the professor. Should you find the solution, I'll give you a chance to present me with a similar challenge. If I am who I say I am, I should have no problem solving whatever you throw my way, should I? Let's get started. For us are 4 cards arranged according to the set of conditions. Here they are. First, a heart is next to a diamond. Club is not next to a spade. A heart is directly to the right of the club. Using these, we need to find the spade. Alright, memo. Alright, so let's so we can say can either be that spade, that club, that spade, that club, or that club, that spade. So pretty much club or spade can be either of that, any of them. Heart is to the right of a club, which means that heart cannot be here. Okay. Heart is next to a diamond. So again, diamond could be any of these. How am I... That's a D, by the way. So... How am I... Jeez. They really make this harder for these puzzle battles, don't they? Alright, here, let's pick this color. Actually, let's do this one. And just put different possible combinations. Such as spade, and then club, and the heart here, and diamond here, so that doesn't work. See spade and then club here, except that okay, so club can't be all the way on the right. Let's try club here. Let's try spade here. Heart would be there. And diamond. Okay, so that can't be it. But it would seem that these aren't next to each other. Heart and okay, if that's the case, then that would be the spade. Yes, was the spade there? Okay, there we go. That was challenging. Thank you. Now, if I may present you with a puzzle of my own design, nothing would make me happier. I'm gonna have to do this one too, aren't I? Good, I enjoy the idea behind your puzzles, so if you don't mind, I'd like to do something similar. Here are the conditions for my 4 cards. Club sits directly to the right of a heart. Diamond is far left or far right and has a heart next to it. Finally, a club is on the far left or right. And of course, I need to... Oh no, I don't need to do this one. You almost had me there, Professor. But, as you know, this puzzle is flawed. It's unsolvable. Is that so? Yes, I tried several solutions, but none work given the conditions you set forth. Oh, really? Tell me, did I ever say that the four cards on the table contained one card from each suit? So you're saying that there is no spade? Ha ha ha. Precisely. This is a trick question, but it makes a pertinent point. In the puzzle you issued me, you failed to specify that the four cards included one from each suit. When you leave me a loophole like that, it can make the puzzle unsolvable. This same omission can also open a door to alternate solutions. You intentionally presented me with a puzzle that, when examined closely, is actually incomplete. The real test you set out for me was if I'd catch on, was it not? How is it possible for someone to be that smart? I'm serious, like, that's like freakishly impossible to figure that out just like that.
I'm glad to see that I've finally convinced you.
To be honest, I was convinced from the beginning, but I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to pit myself against my mentor in a battle of wits.
I'm flattered, I suppose.
Out with it already. Why did you call us here?
Suddenly, no voice acting. Random. There are too many eyes on us here. There's a supply room in the back where we can talk. Follow me. Alright, well, we know that the future Luke is, in fact, a future Luke, which leaves us with 4 unsolved mysteries and 4 that we don't even know about yet. You know, I wonder if you actually, like, need to find them all. Like, if there's, like, some optional puzzles that you can miss the solutions to. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I've been neglecting to find 10 coins, I realized. Professor Layton, Luke, welcome to the London of the future. Still not convinced? You met with Dr. Schrader, didn't you? What did you think after seeing him? I'm sure you noticed the toll the time has taken on the good doctor. Yes, that seemed to be the case. And what of fair London herself? You've walked around enough now to see how it's transformed. Can you imagine a 24-hour casino in this sleepy part of town 10 years ago? Everything's changed so much. What happened to this city? A genius appeared. An evil genius who turned the city on its ear. Oh, I know where this is going. Don Paolo took over the city, didn't he? Don Paolo? No, I'm talking about a truly brilliant man. Some of the 3 of us all know quite well. Well, if it's not Don Paolo, then who is it? What do you think, Professor? I'm not sure. I thought you'd say that. Who is it? I've got to know. His name is Herschel Layton. That evil genius is you, Professor. What? I was afraid you'd say that. I can't possibly be right. I'm sad to say there's no mistake here. They call him the devil in the top hat, and he rules London from the shadows. This is common knowledge to anyone in London. Or everyone in London. So that's how they're scared of me. There. This is definitely quite the plot twist that will be solved 2 mysteries just like that. Tell me more, Luke. More? I don't know any more than you do, but way to go, Luke. No, I'm referring to the other Luke. Goodness, this is getting rather complicated, isn't it? Tell me, Luke, how did I rise to rule over all of London? Where to begin? Here, Professor, surely you remember this. Of course, this is an article about the accident that happened just the other day. Haha, yes, to you too. I suppose it was just the other day. However, it's been a full 10 years since that fateful day. Whoa. It was a dark period for London. You see, the Prime Minister vanished, leaving Parliament in utter chaos. Yes, everyone in Parliament is in a state of panic. Well, in our time, I mean. Professor, you witnessed that accident that changed London forever. The demonstration was a total failure. Yes, but the Prime Minister and that scientist. You mean Dr. Stangun? Yes, that's right. Several people, including those 2, disappeared in the blast. It seems likely the force of explosion killed them. Didn't the paper say that a few of Stangun's assistants vanished in the blast as well? That's a story in the papers. But what do you say if I told you that Stangun was still alive? I'd say it was impossible. Well, then you'd be wrong. Dr. Stangun escaped the blast, but he decided to go into hiding to avoid fallout from the experiment. Well, the man was responsible for the loss of our national leader. Desperate for a place to stay low, the doctor was given shelter from an unlikely person. You, Professor. Me? Why would I aid a man responsible for this pandemonium? I question exactly. In the months that followed the explosion, you slowly grew distant from me. Before long, you began fraternizing with key figures of the criminal underworld. The Professor? Never! Don't be so sure. Time is a way of changing people, Luke. It was clear that something about Dr. Stangun's research captivated you, Professor. You couldn't stop talking about time travel. You seemed possessed by the idea of changing the past. Changing the past. Dr. Stangun was very interested in continuing his research, but he needed financial backing to do it. So you used your superior intellect to assume control of London's underworld. No way. Of course, there were those who tried to stop you, but no one was a match for your smarts. Before long, you were raking in pounds from all sorts of dirty business. With all the funding he needed, it wasn't long before Stangun completed his work. Completed, you say? That's right. He built a time machine in Midland Road clock shop. I suppose completed is a not choice of words, as the machine is far from complete. How so? It doesn't allow users to select their destination, nor where they will reappear in the flow of time. It simply opens a hole that sorts between two areas of time. You mean a wormhole? Precisely. And by sheer chance, the machine opened up a wormhole in the clock shop that spans the 10 years between our times. This gives us the ability to move back and forth between your present and mine. So he used the wormhole to get the message to us and bring us here. But one thing is bothering me. This wormhole is obviously very important to my Surely the Layton of this era must keep a close eye on the place. How do you gain access to it? I'll get to that, but right now, there's a more pressing business I'd like to attend to. Go on then. Tell us why you called us here. Always one step ahead of me. You haven't lost your touch, Professor. I wish you enlist your help in stopping the future Herschel Layton. You want me to stop myself? Even as we speak, future Layton is racing to complete a fully operational time machine. He's been ducking back into the past to gather every bright scientist working on time travel. Why bother going back through time to find scientists? There must be plenty here. Actually, many of the extras in the field were lost when Stangun's demonstration went awry. Therefore, Layton had no chance but to travel back to before or the blast in order to gather talent. Things are bad already. But if Layton manages to build a working time machine, there's no telling what could happen. Someone has to stop him from completing his scheme, but the only person up to the challenge is me. That's what you were gonna say, isn't it? Exactly. We have to fight fire with fire. No one else stands a chance against him. But how? I'm unfamiliar with my current surroundings, and I have no clue where to find the man. It's one obstacle we'll have to overcome together. Layton's actions are shrouded in secrecy, but his base of operations is well known. We can start our search for him there. You mean this casino isn't the future professor's headquarters? No, this facility is just one of his ways he makes money. His actual headquarters is in the heart of Chinatown. Kind of random place. Just so you know, Luke, there's quite a bit of this that I find dubious about the situation. Much is still unclear, but the only way to get to the bottom of this is by meeting the man claiming to be me. Somehow I figured my brief explanation wouldn't be enough to convince you, Professor. Don't forget me, I'm coming too. Of course you are. If I can't count on myself to help, who can I count on? Thinking about what you just said makes me feel kinda dizzy. Well, I hope you get used to it soon. I'm gonna need your help to get to the bottom of all this. Oh, yes, there's one more interesting fact you should know about, Professor. Yes? There's no record of a scientist matching Dr. Stangun's name and description. The name's fake. Really now? Whoever he was, he made an effort to hide his real identity from the people at the demonstration. Now they mentioned a few people at the demonstration seem to know the man. What would motivate Dr. Stangun to use a false name? Just what was he planning? Another interesting question we'll hopefully answer along the way. Doesn't make any sense. What do you think, Professor? What the fuck are you doing? Pretty sure it was mine. And where everyone sits. Speaking in two mysteries, Future Layton and Dr. Stangon, and these two are also solved. So these guys work for Professor Layton, and that's that. We still don't know where Bill Hawks is. Okay, so still two more, and they both somewhat similar shapes, if you notice. No idea what's up with that, but I think I'll just make this be one long episode. And what's up with my fearsome hat? Okay, I just found that funny. But anyway, gonna save and stop. So next time we're gonna head to Flatstone Street, because that seemed like a good place to go, I guess. I wasn't actually paying attention to Luke when he said that we should go to Flatstone Street, so not entirely sure I should go there, but it sounds like fun, so we'll do that, and I'll see you then, so bye.